y'all, it's me Alex. Today I am going to be doing a casual, chatty, get ready with me. I am at home for spring break right now, so I figured I'm not gonna do anything too complicated, but I did want to film a little something for y'all. I promised y'all a snarky United Methodist gay get ready with me for a while, so maybe that'll be a part of it, maybe it won't, I don't know. I'm tired and I haven't done a get ready with me in a long time, and I haven't filmed properly in like 2-ish weeks. Almost. I'm here, I'm queer, I live in existential fear. I'm gonna get started. For my brows, I'm going to use this Distinction Brow and Lash Indelible Gel Liner in Peacock. This is what I always use on my brows. It is gorgeous. And I'm using it on this IT Cosmetics angled brush. It's really good. So, for those of you who don't know, I am gay, I am Methodist. I feel like I need a third line to make that a proper, like, John Mulaney punchline, but I don't have anything beyond that. If you haven't been paying attention in the news, which I don't fault you for because the world is like constantly a dumpster fire, am I right? The United Methodist Church voted that they did not want gay people in the ordination process or as pastors or as like being able to get married and stuff. So I've been dealing with that. Honestly, I didn't expect it to go that many other ways, just because I think a lot of people had a lot more hope than me. Also, if you don't know this, I'm in seminary right now because I want to go into ministry. Like, I'm spending many $1,000s a year on grad school because this is specifically what I want to do. So yeah, that's part of it. I am here, and that is what I'm dealing with. Aside from a few places, there's a lot of ignorance and misinformation out there about the LGBT community, especially in churches. So that's just the way it is. I'm not really surprised. I think what bothers me is not the decision that was made. It was the fact that a lot of hate speech was allowed to stand at General Conference. Hate speech against LGBT individuals. Let's see, I think this was while I was in Israel. Like in January-ish, the Council of Bishops issued, the Council of Bishops is kind of like, it's self-explanatory, really. So that's like one of the big boards in the UMC. They're kind of the head of General Conference and everything. They were like, hey, we recognize that we haven't been very good at this, but we do want to make sure that hate speech isn't used against LGBT individuals, which I thought was really good, if like not really late to the game. As a church queer, I will take what I can get. That really did not translate well into General Conference. For example, someone alluded to the idea that queer and trans people should be drowned at General Conference up on the mic, but did anyone with any actual power to stop it say anything? Nope. I'm disappointed. I do not know what my future with the church will be because I've also been a United Methodist literally my whole life, and right now I am working at a church that is actually really open and accepting and cool. I'm not particularly, even after this, I'm still kind of like, do I leave? Not sure if I want to. Besides, I've like a whole nother year of seminary, and I'm feeling like I'm just gonna get through that and kind of see where that goes, see where my decisions need to be made, because I think either way I wouldn't be making a bad choice to stay or go, because I think both are noble and honorable. Because like I hear a lot of talk about like splitting in the church, which is literally not surprising because that's what I've thought this entire time. That will almost definitely happen. Like, people thought that it wasn't, but sometimes it needs to happen. Schisms have happened all throughout history, and yet God still exists, and like love still exists, and the church keeps doing church stuff. So I don't think we need to particularly be feeling some type of way about that. However, I mean, I work for a church that is a part of the Reconciling Ministries network. I really love the church that I work at. I feel like it is the best place that I could possibly be right now. Like, we are going to keep being like LGBT affirming and inclusive no matter what the rest of the church says. The other thing is too, I think a lot of the times we think that just because places or denominations aren't accepting, that's going to stop LGBT people from being in those places. So in living in places where it's illegal to be gay. Where I'm from, in the South, gay people exist. And we also happen to like it. I don't know of a good way of explaining this, but like, we're gonna keep existing in these places because there's so much beyond the homophobia And that's even considering that the idea of where you live is a choice, which for many people it is, but it's also a privilege for it to be a choice. And I think in this process, we can't leave people behind in those places. So even if we split like geographically or whatever, we can't forget our community who lives in places where it's less acceptable, where it is more conservative on that issue. And that's not to say that like we need to be colonialist or anything like that and like go and fix those places. However, we do need to watch out for our communities. Just like literally not leave people behind, because that's part of my call as a Christian, you know? That's basically my thoughts on this whole situation. I'm like disappointed but not surprised, you know? It's also just like taken a toll on me emotionally. At first I thought it wouldn't because I expected so little, but it definitely has. And I am going to say too that a lot of people have reached out to me, and that's honestly what I appreciate the most, is the amount of people who I know care about me. Like the pastor at the church I grew up in, because even if like the church itself isn't really accepting of me, I am friends with her, and she very much is. Some people who I haven't even talked to since high school have been like, hey, I really like you are loved, and like it's just been so valuable. So it's been kind of a roller coaster, and that's also why I haven't been posting as much. It's taken its toll on me emotionally, but I'm trying, because this is also genuinely like one of my joys in life. I do want to just like get better about posting. I've just been feeling like really depressed, and I want to get back to posting better, and I say that a lot. But that's the thing about my life right now, is that I've been in a bit of a mess for a while, but I also like don't want to stop doing any of the things that I'm doing. Also, blending right here feels really weird because I just got a cavity filled like a couple days ago, and it's still kind of like sore there. But yeah, that's kind of my life and my church and all that. I'm not saying this to be depressing. I just promised y'all like some sort of like a get ready with me with my thoughts on General Conference, and like that's basically it. Also, like my annual conference, one of the things that does give me hope, because I'm gonna keep going back to this, one of the things that does give me hope is that my bishop from the Virginia conference, she wasn't actually at General Conference, and she released a statement to the entire conference saying like, hey, I just want you to know that I'm sorry for any hatred that you experienced as members of the LGBT community. I want to keep making this an accepting place, which I think is really cool, because we are in the like southeast jurisdiction, and obviously like that's not as progressive or whatever as like some of the other annual conferences. So I think that's really cool. I really appreciate that from her. This eye look is looking like bisexual AF tangent, but this just suddenly turned incredibly bisexual, and I'm incredibly here for it. Anyway, yep, that's basically been my life for a bit. On the bright side, the Jonas Brothers are getting back together, so there's that. Even if my church isn't together, the Jonas Brothers will be. So, bright side, am I right? No, but like seriously, my middle school self right now is freaking out, because I've loved them literally like since middle school. So I am dying of happy right now. I'm like, life is good. The Jonas Brothers are back together. Captain Marvel just came out. I saw that yesterday. That was fantastic. So like at least there's some good like media out there for me to enjoy while my denomination's falling apart. But yeah, seriously, let's talk about the Jonas Brothers for a second. So like I was made fun of so much in middle school for liking the Jonas Brothers. Also, I was made fun of for liking just about anything in middle school. Let's be honest, we all were made fun of for liking something in middle school. But like for me, it was the Jonas Brothers, and like they're back together and everybody's freaking out. I heard like they're going on tour next year. I am so excited for all of their new music. I was one of like the weirdos who liked Kevin, and so at the school I went to for undergrad, I went to undergrad in Winchester, Virginia, and we always had the Apple Blossom Festival, which was like this huge thing where like there's like pageants and like lots of sexism and drinking and like capitalism, but also there were like soft pretzels and a parade, so like, you know, it was fine. I think it was my sophomore year, yeah. Kevin Jonas was the Grand Marshal of the Apple Blossom Parade. I wasn't as fangirly, obviously, by the time I went to college about the Jonas Brothers or whatever, but I had to go to that parade, otherwise my middle school self would have like been so upsetty. Speaking of middle school self, I bought this mascara yesterday, or the day before, because I am very much out of mascara and I didn't want to go all the way to Sephora, and it was the CoverGirl Lash Blast Volume, and like that was definitely a thing when I was younger, and I'm so glad that CoverGirl is cruelty-free, because I forgot how much I love this mascara. I don't know, I still love my Milk Makeup Cushion Mascara, but this is really good. I like this mascara a lot. So yeah, my middle school self is like living her best life. It's like over 10 years later. And look where we are now, middle school bullies. I'm on the internet freaking out about the Jonas Brothers, but you'll never thought I would be this far, hey? And the music is so good. I love that they had their wives in the music video. Like, that was just adorable. While I'm home, I'm gonna try and find my old Jonas Brothers CDs so I can just like listen to them all the way back up to New Jersey. And now let's get into the other piece of media that I am excited for this week, Captain Marvel. My parents and Case and I all saw it on like the day it came out. I also noticed like it came out on International Women's Day, which I thought was really cool. It was just an overall good movie. I really enjoyed it. It's one of the better origin movies, I think, in terms of the Marvel films. Like, I still think Black Panther is the best Marvel film, but Captain Marvel comes pretty close. I love her. And let's be honest, that cat just stole the show. Goose is like the best cat. We did some research because, I mean, there are a lot of people who are more into the comics than me. So I had to do some research on what like a Flurgan is. A grown Flurgan can have hold like 5 universes inside their tummy, which I think is really cute, and it also makes me wonder if my cat's a Flurgan. She eats a lot, so she might have some universes in there. So yeah, Captain Marvel was just like amazing. By the way, this blush is also fantastic. Case got me this blush. It's Berry Amore from Milani. I've used Rose d'Oro a lot. This one is also just like gorgeous. This is like, it's a little bit more subtle sister, a little less warm tone. So I think that this is gorgeous too. I love the Milani baked blushes. I think they're just fantastic. And lipstick, what am I doing for that? I'm going with 69 by Milani, because that one is just beautiful, and I don't want to wear liquid lipstick today. This is the only non-liquid lipstick I brought with me home. Okay, it's a little more warm tone than I would like, but not that many people are going to see me today, so y'all get to be the ones to enjoy this. Hey. One of my problems when I do get ready with me is that I always have so much more to say than the time it takes me to do my makeup, and so this I think is the one time that I've actually been able to like match my makeup look time with the amount of stuff that I wanted to say. I did good. I did good. I want to film like more get ready with me's because I realized that like it's March and I haven't, this is like the first one I think I filmed all year and like edited and got up, because I did film one more and it kind of got to that weird place where I kept on like pushing back on actually editing it to the point where I was like, I hate this. In my brain, I don't want to actually edit and upload it, so I'm gonna not do that this time. And yeah, that is it. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe down below if you want to see more videos from me, and I will see you on my next one. Hope you all have a wonderful day. Bye!